The Apple Clips. You may have noticed it in the App Store or right on your phone. Why does Apple add another video editing app when we already have iMovie? I mean, the app has been around for quite a while now. Nothing new. I'll go through the things you can do with it as well as all of the functions, but at first I have to say that this app has one huge flaw. And that is that you can only edit and export square videos. Where would you ever publish a square video? Like, not even on Instagram anymore. It's not required on Instagram, so I mean, really, why? On YouTube, it just looks ridiculous. And it could be nice for TikTok, I guess, but there you have a lot more effects available. And of course, TikTok is a platform for vertical videos only, so you'd either have black bars around it, or you just wouldn't post it. So probably only for Instagram at the end. So like I've already mentioned, this is an app that was created to let you create short clips, like the title says, with nice and interesting effects. First, you have the scenes. It's pretty much a green screen effect, and you can put yourself in a couple of different environments. It doesn't look bad at all, even though you have limited selection of the environments to pick from. I don't see Apple adding a lot of new things in the future to the app. And comparing it to TikTok, I'll compare it a lot to TikTok in this video because they're both apps with similar purpose. So on TikTok you have that as well, and you can even use your own pictures as a background for the green screen. But sure, the background is going to be still and not move. So when you first click on any of these options, you get a nice full screen view, but still you can only shoot square videos, so don't let that confuse you. So just hold down to the button which actually makes it record, and you can just move the phone around. You can just turn it anywhere you want. It's a 360, like a full AR mode, so you can just see all of the things. And there are, like I said, a couple of environments or things to pick from. Then you have the regular camera, so you can just capture whatever you want, of course, selfie as well as the regular camera. So just hold down to the red button to start recording. It will be added to the timeline at the bottom once you are finished, just like with the scenes or anything you actually add to the clip. At the bottom of the app you can see we have the timeline with individual pieces of things that you actually add to it. Then you can see there is a tiny little star icon next to it, and what this does is that it just allows you to add and slap some filters on the video, which, I mean, it's nice, but nothing special really. There are like two effects that I actually like, and you don't really find them a lot in like regular camera apps, so that's nice to have. But other than that, you can also add some stickers, emojis, you can add text. I mean, not like a plain text, but like stickers with text you can edit and put in, so that's nice, I guess. And you can even add the Animoji, of course, if your iPhone supports it at first. It has to be the notch iPhone starting with the iPhone 10 at least. And also you need to have the front selfie camera enabled. What I also like about this app, and you don't really find it on like in a lot of apps, I guess, I haven't really noticed it, and it works especially well because it's officially from Apple and it's integrated with the speech recognition. So I'm talking about this captions thing that you can see on the left. And if you tap on it, you have a couple of options. Here it's only about how it's going to look. So you have like different visual options, but basically what it does is that it turns your speech into the subtitles, to like a text written on the screen in the video. So you can just record yourself talking to the camera, and it will also create automatically the captions, and everything you say, it's going to be recognized and put on in the video. And like I said, the way and the reason why it works so well is because it's official from Apple, and you can even pick the language that you actually are going to speak in the video, just to make it easier for the iPhone to recognize what you're actually saying. By the way, the stupidest thing about the timeline is that if you actually swipe up on any part of the timeline, it disappears and gets removed. You always swipe up when exiting an app, so it's very easy to do it accidentally. So if you just go like this, the whole part of the timeline actually gets deleted. The thing I forgot to mention with the regular camera is that you have actually two shutter buttons here, as you can see. The smaller gray one takes a photo that you can add to the timeline by holding on the red button. Kinda weird, but whatever. And when it comes to adding music to the video, it's also possible for sure, but it's not like you can add any song from like the entire library of iTunes or Apple Music. You can only add those soundtracks and songs that are physically on your phone. So in case you have like some songs downloaded to your phone, then you can easily add these. Also keep in mind that if you want to publish the video anywhere else, just know and be aware of the copyright rules and all of the things. I just have to say it so. But you can also choose from a couple of soundtracks that are already downloaded in the app, and these are probably not copyrighted or anything that you can actually use this in any app or anywhere you would want. And probably the last thing that you can actually use with this app or what you can add to the timeline is the so-called posters. And there are a couple of to pick from, but let me explain you what it actually is. It's a piece of the timeline, like a video, which has like a little effect to it, and it has a text, so it's like intro or some section for a transition or anything. I mean, you could use it. I mean, there are some places where you can actually use this kind of posters. Even though it's nice, the selection is kind of limited, so even though there are a couple of them, it's not like too much. So there is that, and also there is no built-in transition between these clips. In case you would like to add, for example, this one right here, you just put it into the timeline and there is a hard cut between the thing that was previously on the timeline and the next video or whatever you add after it. Even though the effect is actually nice and decent, it just jumps there like out of nowhere and it just doesn't look that good. I would really at least expect like a fade-in transition or something, because right now it just looks really harsh and I wouldn't really use it that much. Probably only using this clip as a transition itself would be a good idea, or as an intro and outro, but like I say, it just jumps out of nowhere to you. So these are all of the functions and features of the Apple Clips app. In case Apple adds an updated version to it or some other effects, and if it's going to be something significant, I will definitely make a video about it. So make sure to stick around, make sure to subscribe, and if you enjoyed this content, this video, if it helped you, then I would really appreciate a thumbs up from you. That would really help me and the channel grow. And one thing we forgot in this video is how to export it, but this is kind of obvious, I guess. You can click on the share icon in the lower right corner right next to the timeline, and this will give you a couple of options. I would just normally go for the save video thing, and this will make the video appear in your gallery, in your camera roll, so it's probably the most convenient, but you can also just share it to someone straight away or use another app for it. Just feel free to do whatever you want. Just know that you will end up with a square video that I'm not sure where you will use actually. So again, thanks a lot for watching and your support, and see you guys later in the next video. Peace out, guys.